Greetings! Are you tired of your boxes looking like this? Are you spending too much time sorting your boxes and organizing things in your base? Well, good! Then I got a treat for you. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to set up your dump box that sorts everything that you dump in it into the correct box. So let's jump right into it. So this is pretty much all the items that we are going to use. We're going to use a storage adapter, a splitter, a conveyor that's going to use 1 power. We're going to use a pipe tool. For power, we're going to use the solar panel, a root combiner, a small battery, an electric branch, and a wire tool. But if you already have electricity in your base, please feel free to use whatever you have in the way you want it. So let's kick it off with the adapters. On the large box, you can place them on 4 sockets of the box. You can place them on the right hand side, the left hand side, the front, and the top. And when you place your adapters on every box, it should be looking like this. Next up, we have the conveyors. I'm gonna place them next to every single box like this. And when every conveyor is set, it should be looking something like this. And you simply put the output of the conveyor into the input of the adapter on the box. So, and just do it on every single box. When you connected all the conveyors, it should be looking something like this. Next up, we have the splitters. Note that the big hole is the input and the 3 small ones is the output. I know there's a yoke right there, but I'm not gonna take advantage of it. However, let's connect those. So from our dump box to the first splitter, and from that splitter to the next splitter as so. There we go. And from the splitter with the blue connection, we are going to set up our conveyors to the dump box. So from a available output from the splitter, connected to a conveyor in order to set up that very box. And when you connected all the boxes, it should be looking something like this. Next off, we have the electrical system. And if you, however, have your own system, please feel free to skip this part and use whatever you got. So here I'm going to use 2 solar panels, a small battery, and a root combiner and a branch. Connect the solar panels to the root combiner, and from the root combiner to the battery, and the battery goes into the branch. Just like so. And I do want to have a switch to be able to switch on and off the system. It's not mandatory, but it is a nice feature to have. So we take green wire, power into the switch, and from the switch to the very first conveyor. And the conveyor uses 1 power, which in this case means that we're gonna need 12 power, since we got 12 boxes and conveyors. Alright, so let's go for the blue wire here. Connect the power in on the first conveyor, and we're gonna use the pass-through of that conveyor to the very next power in of that conveyor. So in this way, we can connect all the conveyors into one source and one switch. And when every single conveyor is connected with a wire, we can go ahead and flip the switch. So we can now see the red light is glowing on the conveyors. And to configure them, hold E while looking at them, and you can select whatever item you like to have into this conveyor or box. There are different types of categories that you can choose from, but if you want specific items, that is also available by just searching for the very item that you want into this box. All those categories you will also find in the very description down below. And now we pretty much got a system up and running that is sorting and dragging to every single box here. So let's go ahead and turn that off and fill our box with a bunch of everyday junk like this. And we can now go ahead and flip our switch and turn the system on, and let's see if it's working. It may take a brief moment, but there we go. It starts pumping out of our box. However, if there is an item that's not going anywhere, you may want to add it to a conveyor, since all the categories do not include every single item, such as a large box. And that is pretty much the whole system for a dump box. If you however like this video, please consider subscribing, or if there is something else that you want me to cover, please put it in the comments and I'll happily pick it up. Thank you, and as always, see you in the next one.